is a match between Kenya Harlequin and Total Nondies. Two sides who are level on points, only separated by the intricacies of tries scored and tries conceded. They face off in the 4 p.m. kickoff. It's Jamhuri Day here at the RFUEA Grounds. Quins lie 8th on the log, and they welcome Total Nondies with an eye to returning to winning ways after two successive losses saw them tumble down the league table. Quins are still without Patrice Agunda and Dennis Muhanja. As you just look at the lineup, John Kilu, Frank Kalwale, Stefano Tu, Herman Humwa, Anthony Mutai, Brian Wandera, Petro Misango, Brian Okwomi, Laila Siligwa, Kevin Keegan, Paul Abuto, Johnston Mungao, Brian Maina, William Mawira, and Alan Luvanda. Replacements are Dennis Omsula, Paul Kioko, Bernard Nyambok, David Ahao, Arthur Ochieng, Eric Shikuku, and Ernest Ngong. Lining up for Nondies, we have Michael Kang'ethe, Joseph Mutisia, James Kang'ethe, Kenya Getuba, Joseph Washira, Eric Nyakundi, John Muruki, Ben Nyambu, Evans Chalo, Charles Kanyi, Kevin Were, Teddy Salano, Ian Were, Oscar Dennis, and Brian Beckham Mochemo. Replacements are Eugene Magoma, Joseph Kang'ethe, Kevin Gasheru, Raymond Kidiga, Eric Okoma, Kabao Murwa Tetu, and Joel J. Maingi. So there we just see a section of the fans and the players there, the captains of both sides. Joseph Washira for Nondies leading out the Red Lion. And on the other side, we have Tony Mutai leading out Quins. And before the match kicks off, we will have the home side, Kenya Harlequin, line up to do their traditional anthem as they rally support from the stands, as they look to return to winning ways after falling to 2 consecutive defeats. So it's all silence here in the stands at the RFUEA Grounds. The loyalty from the partisan home crowd showing, and we're just going to join them in a minute of solidarity as they sing their anthem. And there it is. We are done with the formalities on the Quins side. We can just see Nondies still huddling up in prayer. And now just preparing to psych themselves up as the match sets to kick off any moment from now. Our center referee is the very experienced Godwin Karuga. His assistant referees are military officer and school teacher Chris Okumu and Vincent Chwer. Charles Kanyi is going to have a feel of the ball as he gets this match underway for the Red Lion. As mentioned earlier in the commentary, center referee is Godwin Karuga.
Okay. Quins, are we ready? White, are we ready? Captain?
Charles Kanyi, he's already had a feel of the ball, just preparing to boot it in to Quins territory, and he does. It is retrieved there by the Quins forwards. Laila Siligwa with a box kick, looking to relieve the pressure. It's quickly taken there. This is Kanyi again. Kang'ethe. Kang'ethe used to play for Quins, had a stint in Australia, came back and is now playing for Nondies.
Advantage.
Brian Maina attempting to play in Paul Abuto.
No advantage.
But referee Godwin Karuga spotting the infringement. The advantage remains with Quins.
He's back. Andrek! He's back.
Hips! Forehead! Forehead! Okay, seconds in.
Peter Paul. Crouch! Bind! Set!
Asiligwa with the put in for Quins. Once again, just booting them away. This is Oscar Dennis fielding that ball. Unable to escape the attentions of William Mawira out on the wing. But it's Nondies still in possession. That is Brian Beckham.
It's fine.
Booting it deep again into Quins territory. It's Eric Luvanda. And Laila Siligwa is all over the place for Quins at this point in time.
Play on.
Eric Luvanda, Alan Luvanda calling for the mark. Quickly takes the penalty. This is Tony Mtai.
Use it.
That's Herman Humwa.
Back in.
Oscar Dennis is back home with Brian Beckham.
Get back wide.
Petro Misango again just fielding that ball. Biko, the opening 2 minutes have been very sprightly.
Yes, there's a lot of excitement going on right now. Nondies with the first now players are running out of the back line of Nondies. I mean, it's a real tussle at the moment.
Remember, each side looking to break the deadlock. Right now, there's nothing separating them. Remember, they are just above each other on the league standings. Quins coming into this match placed 8th.
Stay on side.
Nondies lying 7th on the table. Remember, they are both on 11 points, but there's that issue of mathematics in terms of tries scored, tries conceded that separates them.
Yes, I mean, it's a close call. It's a close call. So both teams just want to get out of this game with a win and, you know, turn up for the game.
This is Brian Okwoni with Brian Wandera out.
Oh, that was unfortunate, but it was a good break by Okomi, trying to get over the try line.
Step back.
Yeah, but you just feel his delivery to Brian Wandera not the best, making Brian Wandera uncomfortable and just not field that ball with the try line beckoning.
Yeah, you know, sometimes Kwambu, they say it's better just to keep the ball. You know, these loose passes are not advisable sometimes. I mean, in situations where defenders are in your line of the pass, it's better just to keep the ball and recycle it from there.
True indeed. Seems there's a man down getting attention. Referee Godwin Karuga has stopped play, or has he not?
Yes.
Because I can see Lyle Asiligwa lining up to go for goal from the penalty.
Just gonna wait for this.
Yes, and Asiligwe is a very good kicker actually. I mean, he's always working on his kicks, and even for the Kenya team, he's been kicking well.
He's gonna play on.
So you wouldn't want to give Asiligwe a chance at a goal, because he'll probably be sorting them the whole day.
True, and again, just looking at his play again over the past 3 weeks, there's an element that he seems to be working on, also working a lot on the place kicks. I saw that happen against Impala when he even slotted in at fullback, and we've just seen him in the opening minutes of this game.
Back on the
all
line
over the place for Quins, probably slotting into the playmaker role to assist Kevin Keegan.
Yes, I mean, both players are very good at playing those roles. And, you know, Kevin Keegan is a very dangerous man in terms of, I think he's one of those dangerous Kenyan players who no one wants to defend. I mean, because his sidestep is so tricky to defend, you know.
As Hillary Teller likes saying, Kevin Keegan has got a wicked step.
True. And actually, his opposing number 10, Charles Kanye, is also another wicked stepper. So it'll be interesting to see who will win the dance-off, can I say, the sidestep dance-off.
Should be entertaining. Meanwhile, the deadlock has been broken. Lyle Asiligwa with a successful goal attempt. Kenya Harlequin leading Nondies 3-0. If you're just joining us, the scores are now 3-0
Let's play on.
to Quins. I beg your pardon, viewers. I just gave the score without notifying
Charles
which team it
Kani
was.
about to kick off.
Probably being caught up in the heat of the game. Probably being in a presumptuous state of mind. And there he is again, that man, Asiligwa, just booting Quins into touch.
That was actually a very good kick. Awesome technique there by Asiligwa.
Here's the mark. Just stay on your side, please.
Line out about to be thrown in by Mutisia. Nondies ball. And that was a good take by Joseph Oshira. The Nondies pack trying to drive it forward here, pushing the Harlequins pack backwards.
Back and trailer.
The advantage swinging Quins' way. The penalty quickly taken by Laila Siligwa.
What a run, what a run, what a run, Kwambo.
If we just look at the replay again, this is where it all started.
Yeah, that's
Johnston Mungao with the delivery. Brian Maina finishing it off and breaking into a jig.
Whoa,
Quins going 8-0 up.
That was some real pace there by Brian Maina. Going round
We're waiting for the
the
conversion.
center and sprinting to the try line. Actually even stepping the fullback while at it. Awesome run by him.
time, yeah? You don't have too much
I think
time.
there he just decided to back himself up. And he took it, attacked his center and went round him so easily.
And you know, to back yourself up, it also takes a great level of confidence, and you've got to give that to Brian Maina.
Yes, I'm sure now the Nondies backline will need to take care of that. I mean, you can't have the number 13 beating both centers so easily, and you actually expect your centers to be very good tacklers in a team. So it's important that they consolidate and get
White,
get
just
that
time your
defense
run.
in order.
Just get back. 20 White.
Time run, JP.
Akaranga raises it high. Hey, good take there by the Quins, number 7.
Stay.
Asiligo with the box kick. William Mawira on the chase. Evans Kialo with the
awesome
retrieval
take.
for Nondies. And as Biko said, that was a perfect take.
Come. Number 2, number 1.
And there is Kevin Keegan trying to shimmy his way through the backline defense.
Get away, White.
Nyage, chunga. Chunga huko. Outside post.
Just get onside, White. Thank you.
Chunga hapa.
Currently, Nondies trying to defend so hard here as Quins are running at them.
Line out.
And Biko, you just feel that Quins are fired up in the opening moments of this game.
Yeah, I mean, you could say it's because they're on their home ground and their fans are definitely behind them. And I think probably also because they lost last weekend, so they want to prove something today.
Maintain the gap, please. Thank you. Play on.
Another good take there by Ben Nyambu. As Joseph Oshira takes the ball in. Oh, but unfortunately loses it. And
Advantage over!
The ball going out of play.
We good?
Oh, there, Kevin Were's jersey has just been ripped off. Makes you think, are guys
Let's choose a line.
pitch tackling, or are they ripping off each other's clothes now?
Yeah, let's choose a line.
Probably just explains the intensity of the game.
Step, white.
No prisoners being taken.
You gotta wait. You gotta wait. No. Time back on.
Good take there by Brian Wandera. Oh, and a massive dummy from
Off his boot.
It's a foot race there. Nondies just getting
There
themselves
were
out
a
of
couple of
danger.
knock-ons before that play, so, right?
And that was a desperate lunge. Brian Wandera tapped the ball. He actually knocked it while going down for the try, so it doesn't count.
Forward pass.
Much to the disapproval of the crowd here at the RFUEA Grounds, the very partisan crowd. Of course, Quins playing at home, and you would expect that reaction from them.
Got it for my signature. Begin! Coach! Bind!
Scrum
Set.
down for Quins in a very advantageous position, the 22, the Nondies 22. And there is a pick by Brian Okwomi. We know him to be a good carrier of the ball.
And probably the smallest number 8 to ever play
Yeah,
for
that's
Kenya.
very true, very
Stay
true.
outside, no hands.
Small but very feisty, very strong.
Straight out.
Anything we've seen? Anything we've seen? We're okay. All right. Just talk to me. Yeah. Step back, please. Stay 10. White.
Well, after that intense start, you just feel the game beginning to slow down, probably getting into a rhythm.
Here's the mark. Here's the mark. Stay 10, both teams.
So we played about 15 minutes, actually 13 minutes of the first half.
Play on.
If you're just joining us, Quins leading Nondies. This is a Kenya Cup match day 5 encounter, leading Nondies by 8 points to 0. The 8 points have come off a Lyle Asiligwa penalty and a Brian Minor try.
Tell Judge, no. No. Just play the game, yeah? Just take it easy. Here's the mark. Here's the mark.
The Quins front row there getting a bit emotional. Throwing Nondies. And that's a good take by Ben Nyambu. Penalty going to Quins. Joseph Oshira was caught holding the ball on the ground.
Just get back. Just wait. No, that was not a
So
tackle.
Asiligwa just booting Quins into touch. And Biko,
Are we good?
just looking at the opening
Okumu, are you okay
15
on your
minutes,
side?
Lyle Asiligo has been very influential for Quins.
Right. Here's a man, gentlemen.
Yes, I mean, his kicking foot has been very influential for Queens. I mean, he scored a penalty, he's kicking for touch well. Oh, excellent take by Ben Nyambu and he's off.
And he has support, but
Unfortunately, the ball was knocked on there by Eric.
More advantage.
Go home.
Here's a
we're
man.
just listening to the interesting banter in the crowds. Of course, we cannot repeat those things on
Straight.
national
Going
TV,
straight.
but
Going straight, please.
it's quite interesting.
Emotions running high over here.
An Impala fan
Coach!
telling a Quins fan something,
Bind.
and you wonder why the Impala fan would be here. They're done with their game. They should be in their clubhouse celebrating. But anyway, that's the nature of the game.
Celebrating or sulking?
Beg your pardon, I forgot the result. Anyway,
No hearts now.
back to this game.
No hearts. Stay. Back in.
Kevin Keegan in possession, booting it deep into Brian Beckham's arms.
Brian Beckham is also a very good runner with the ball. Very elusive and deceptive. Great pass there by Akaranga out to Oscar Dennis.
That's James Kangede just taking the
side.
ball into contact. A pass that many in the stands feel went forward.
Whoa, that was going to be a close one.
Pass.
If Tony Mutai had gotten that, he would
Let's go,
probably
let's
have
go,
made
Trey.
it till the try line.
And probably would have scored under the posts. Whoa. That was very lucky for Nondies.
Sure, the call is going to come in earlier.
Kwambu, are you aware that we actually have 3 Kangedes on the pitch?
No, he's fine.
I was about to ask you that question because I saw James and Joseph Kangede, and yes, I saw Michael Kangede. Now the big question is he a relative, is he a sibling, or is he just a namesake?
I don't know
Fine.
if he's a relative or a sibling,
Set.
but I do know this. He's also a very good ball carrier. So there might be some relation there, you know.
We probably need to do a DNA test on that to confirm.
Ball is out.
That's Oshira just setting up a platform for Nondies. Evans Chalo.
There is Michael Kanyede just passing the ball.
This is Petro
And
Misango
Queens
with
with
Brand.
the breakaway. That all started with an unnecessary offload by Charles Kanyi.
Was knocked forward.
And like I said earlier, Kwambu,
No advantage.
unnecessary offloads can really break a team, you know. It's better sometimes just to keep the ball or be
He's away
sure
from
of the
play.
person you're passing the
Player.
ball to.
Yeah, that all comes down to the personal discipline because, of
Yeah,
course,
he's away from
we
play,
have the
we're playing on.
tactical discipline as prescribed by the coach, and then we also have the players,
Just play on.
of course, being tempted to showboat. I'm sure you've been tempted to showboat many a time, but you have to know where you're playing and
Let's go.
how important that passage of play is also.
Yes, and I think I
Coach!
can say that at the moment,
Bind!
Queens are showing
Set!
that they're more composed in this game, and a lot of that composure is
Stay
coming in
coming.
from Laila Siligwa, leading his teammates.
Alan Lupanda with the chip.
Whoa, impressive kick there.
He's looking to set up William Mawira, but he just bounced into touch. And it seemingly bounced into touch of Oscar Dennis, because I'm looking at Chris Okumu, the assistant referee's body language, and just how he's raised his flag. He's raised it in the direction
Yeah,
of
Oscar Dennis there was having a little bit of a chat with him. I think they're complaining why he actually gave the ball. Okay, now Kumu now has pointed his hand in the right direction.
Well, you know, we are law-abiding citizens. That's the beauty of rugby. We take the referee's decision, whatever it was, and that's what based our previous comment. But of course, Okumu has since changed his mind.
Stay outside.
At the moment, Nondies just by the try line.
Use it.
Chalo booting it again, passing it to Beckham, who boots it into touch, relieving
And actually,
the pressure.
that was a good touch finder there by Beckham.
You know, he didn't touch it.
Because Quins had shown their intent on the maul. They just looked to make life difficult for Nondies.
Here's Mark.
Frank Kalwale
Step,
is
guys.
going to take the line-up throw for Quins,
Numbers.
which they retrieve and take it into contact.
That's the second time now that Lyle has tried that. The first time he actually went through. This time I think the Nondies forwards had that covered.
Make sure.
Referee Godwin Karuga awards a penalty to Quins from a Nondies infringement. We played 21 minutes of the first half here at the RFUEA Grounds. This is a match day 5 encounter in the Kenya Cup. Quins, Kenya Harlequin, leading total Nondies by 8 points to 0. The 8 points coming off a penalty and a Brian Minor try, as Quins just continue to further pressure Nondies.
And if you saw there, the Nondies fans are not happy again there with the touch judge's call. Oh, good steal there by Joseph Washira. And Charles Akaranga there with the boot into touch, relieving the Nondies of any pressure from the Quins team.
No, just looking at some statistics, recent Kenya Cup meetings between the two sides. The last time these sides met was on 30th November 2013. Quins running away with a 35-18 result on that day. And previously they had met on 8th December 2012. Nondies winning that one 23-18. And prior to that they had met on 7th January 2012. Quins and Nondies playing to a 10-all draw. Anyway, back to the action, and
oh, it looks like Godwin has just given a yellow card to Ian Were, and here's another opportunity for Lyle Asiligwe to get some more points on the board for his team. And Nondies still need to show up in this game. At the moment, Quins is dominating this game. And here's another chance for Lyle Asiligwe to get some more points on the board for his team. Conversion good there. And the scores currently: Kenya Harlequins with 11, Nondies with 0.
Well, you just feel Quins are out to take the points any way they can. Try penalty, of course, building a cushion to prevent themselves from a Nondies backlash.
Stay on side. Thank you. It's back in.
There, Kevin Keegan showing a lot of confidence, running in his own 22. However, there's a turnover now, and the ball is on the Nondies side.
All offside.
Good carry there by Teddy Solano.
Still playing advantage.
Charles Kanyi there showed some intent, looked like pulling off a promising move.
No advantage.
Unfortunately, there seemed to be no communication, and Nondies again just losing possession.
Yes, Kwambo, but I still feel like they're just making a bit too many mistakes here and there, and they just need to compose themselves.
You're playing on. You're kicking. Playing on.
And now Brian Beckham getting ready to look for touch. And he finds it.
Sorry? There's no blood. There's no blood.
Once they go down, let's have
There's the mark. Let's play on. Let's play on, please.
All right, now Nondies in a position to actually get some points on the board.
Here's your mark.
However, there Mutisi just walking slowly to the ball, showing no real intent. Oh, poor line out there by Nondies. And they've lost the ball now.
It's a wrap. It's fine.
And unlucky there for Kevin Were.
Was the ball in motion?
I don't think he was aware that his
was ball
feet
in
were
motion
actually on the
when
line.
he caught it. Yeah. Okay.
He was all focused on gathering that ball and just forgot to check which part of the pitch he was on.
Yeah. Yeah. Here's the mark.
However, the decision has gone Nondies' way after referee Gordon Karuga consulted with the assistant referee Vincent Chua.
Stay 10!
The Harlequins fans are really upset about that one.
But they probably have a better line of vision than we do.
Awesome throw there by Mutisia this time. And there's the veteran, Nyagetuba, with a great run there, trying to break through some tackles.
Skangeve, James.
That's fine. No, that's fine. Ball is available, stay back.
Oh, too many Nondies players now committed in that rack. They need to free up their
Stay
players
outside.
a bit. And there's Nyagetuba again, the veteran. Former Kenyan international, actually. Oh, Ben Nambu. Unfortunately, as the forward pass.
Went forward.
Scrum put in now for Harlequins. And again, the Harlequins players and team is looking more composed on this team at the moment.
Let's play on.
All right, boys. Channel that ball properly, eh, Tony?
Crouch. Bind. Set. Stay white.
Whoa! The Nondies back row just flooding Asiligwa there. And it's the turnover. Great work there by the back row. However, now Akaranga is unfortunately unable to handle the ball well.
You just feel there for Charles Kanyi.
Wide
Akaranga.
forwards, you're going to go straight,
The
yeah?
ball came to him. He made every effort to pick it up, but it just wasn't going to be picked. It resulted in a handling error, and the advantage again swinging to Quins' way.
No.
And you know,
Could've gone
Biko,
straight,
a summary probably of the
Going
opening
straight,
30 minutes. You just feel Nondies have really not broken out of their shell.
Yeah, very true, Kwambo. And I think they just need some burst of energy. And it only takes one individual to do something great for the others to pick up from that, or even just a try is needed for them to actually pick up. But I'm sure the Queens players wouldn't let anything happen so easily. And here's Brian Beckham now with the ball, making a big run.
Advantage over.
Here's Ian. Okay, and there's Eric Nyakundi. Aros Kanyade taking it in, but unfortunately lost it. And now Queens again on the attack, with a good run by the fullback. Actually, it is Alan Luvanda's first debut today. First time to don the Queens jersey. And here we have Okomi with the ball, attacking, trying to dummy, but covered well by Brian Beckham.
Just felt that was a tad too casual from Okwomi. He had Kevin Keegan on his shoulder, and we all know what Kevin Keegan can do with ball in two hands and with that step.
Oh, and here's another penalty going to Queens.
You're going to be happy.
And Kwambu, would you say that the Nondies players are not keeping their cool and in fact causing so many penalties
about 8 minutes
for the opposing team, Harlequins, you know, giving them so many penalties, chances and opportunities to go for the post or for the lineup?
I would say so. I would say that they have just not been able to find that level of composure. They've just not been able to settle down. And as a result, Quins have exploited that. I think we both know that the game begins in the head. It's all mental at first. You just feel Nondies are a bit down mentally. And, you know, once they tie that up, they should be able to compete and take the game to Quins. But for now, we're just not seeing it.
And we can see Laila Siligwa now lining up a kick at goal. He's about 40 meters out. But straight in front of the post. So it's quite a distance, but this is a player who has the ability to kick it through the post.
This is a very ambitious goal attempt from Laila Siligwa. Massive goal attempt. Doesn't go in. The scores remain 11-0. Kenya Harlequin leading total Nondies 11-0
Yeah, he can come back on. He can come back on.
Remember, this is a match day 5 fixture. We'll have more fixtures tomorrow.
Caleb, how much time on the clock?
Later. Meanwhile, Ian Were is back from the naughty corner, back to atone and probably get Nondies
6 minutes
back in
to
the
go.
game.
6 minutes to go, yeah? Yeah, play on. Knocked on.
Oscar Dennis there just tried to jump over his opponent.
Advantage over. Roll away.
We might have a turnover here. However, the referee's hand is out again, and it's a penalty to Harlequins.
Roll away.
The players out calling wide for the ball. Unfortunately, there was a knock on there by Brian Wandera.
Roll away. It's over. Advantage is over.
Box kick there by Evans Musili. And the Queens backs are now running again.
This is Brian Wandera. Reminds me very much
Good
of a
run
young...
there by Brian Wandera. Unfortunately, poor offload again. Great carry there by Kenya Getuba, the veteran.
Stay on side.
Joseph Oshira just showing and going. Oh, and there you have the forward. Kept back to Kangade, take it in there.
And Biko, Nondi is beginning to show that exposure that we were talking about. Charles Kanyi taking it out of my mouth. Handling error. But they had begun showing a good string of play. But the advantage remains with them, and let's just see what they can do. Remember, 5 minutes before halftime, a try of any kind means we still have the game on our hands.
It looks like Charles Kanye at the moment hasn't found that composure he had last week, where he was the man of the match, and even got a actually.
Patrice.
Kwambo, are you aware that there's a group of gentlemen called Planet Rugby who actually are now going to games and watching games? They comprise of former players or even just rugby enthusiasts, a few chairmen, and they actually are supporting the game by giving a trophy to the MVP of a game plus a cash prize of 5,000 shillings. So Akaranga won that prize last week, as he was the man of the match against boys.
Oh, that's a great initiative, and would like to see that grow. No, Biko, I can't help but love.
It's fine.
I'm looking at Mutisia's shot.
Get outside 4.
It has Kings.
Get back.
Displayed.
It's fine.
On the rear end. Anyway, we'll talk about that later. The things these rugby players do.
Another mistake there by Karanga. Now Quins with the break and a great cover tackle there by Oscar Dennis. The Nondies players need to rally back.
Stay on side.
And it just looks like the Nondies forwards are looking a bit tired at the moment, struggling to get back. Offside there by the Queens players. So penalty to Harlequin. Sorry, penalty goes to nondescript.
It's your ball. It's a penalty. It's your ball. We're wasting time now.
Two pulls up.
Yeah. No, that was fine. It just didn't see.
Okay, now we're expecting the line out.
No numbers, they're late. No numbers, play on.
So lethargic, just walking to the line out setup.
Play on.
Great take there, however, by Ben Yambu. Ian Were now with the ball, and we know he's a very strong player. Whoa, and there you have a kick from James Kangede. And actually, it wasn't a bad kick. I guess Oscar Dennis just didn't expect that kick, and he was caught a bit off guard. But all the same, it was a good idea by
3-4 players.
Kangede. Line out now for Kenya Harlequins. About to take place.
Just wait. Just play on. No, he's fine.
And this is the first time, I think, in this match I'm seeing Nondies on this side of the Quins half.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true, actually.
But, you know, just looking at it, the last 9 or so minutes have been positive for Nondies. It's like they are managing to get that composure. Importantly now for them, something that would give them a boost going into halftime would to just be able to get any points on the board, a try, a penalty, because an 11-point deficit isn't really that big, and this is something that they can easily recover in the second half.
Yes, very true, Kwambo. And the thing is now, the first half is actually about to come to an end, so it would be good for Nondies to get a try just before halftime. Unfortunately, there's a knock-on, and that's the end of the first half.
Hukumu harakisha. Hey, I'm suffering, eh? Kuna homa mbaya. Tuingie huko ndani. Yeah. Ten. Homa mbaya. Yeah.
Hey there! Would you like to manage your Zuku account better? Well, we have introduced a quick service for you. An easy and convenient way of accessing our services 24/7. Just dial *502# to 1. Check your balance. 2. Upgrade your account. 3. Report a problem. And 4. Request for a call back. You can do this wherever you are in no time. You can also visit our website www.zuku.co.ke, My Account section, and register to manage your account. Zuku, redefining the customer care experience. Zuku, amazing digital TV. The biggest headlines from around the globe. Zuku Sports News brings you all the latest from the world of sport. Tune in every morning for your daily roundup. All the action, reaction, analysis, and interviews. Zuku Sports News keeps you in the game. Zuku Sports News, your sports news today.
Grabber. You can chase. No, this one. I think game it ofunguka sasa. You see, guys get tired, so let's get more guys now. More game. Game it achezwa sasa. Wako ile side. That's why they're here and they're supposed to be telling me.
Because you're not following when there's a lineup,
10.
you're always closer to the lineup. Yeah, absolutely.
So, unasikia? So, yeah, 10 and 5. Go 10. Yeah. Yeah, because actually I went to that once. I had to tell Ben to go
Match
away.
day 2, ladies and gentlemen. Match day 5, rather. Game 2, ladies and gentlemen, of the Kenya Cup. Here we are on Jamhuri Day, second game of the day. Kenya Harlequins taking on Total Nondies. So far, not looking too bad on both sides. Lots of urgency. I can say that this is definitely a much higher paced game than we previously witnessed between KCB and Resolution Impala Saracens.
True indeed, Dan. And, you know, just looking
I
at the
didn't know.
game,
I'll be able. They checked for malaria,
Quins
they checked
leading
for what.
points to 0. The 11 points coming off 2 Lyle
that's
Asiligo
what they told me.
penalties
It's,
and a Brian Minor try. Quins have shown a lot of intent, of course, you know, wanting to bounce back after 2 successive defeats that saw them drop off the Kenya Cup top 4 and out of a playoff berth.
Can't be 100%.
They, of course, would like to get back into playoff contention.
Absolutely. What I can say that I've seen from both sides is very strong running lines, extremely big hits. And this is definitely the kind of competition that we expected in this game, in such a game. Of course, a lot of small errors here and there that have cost both teams certain tries. But we know that coming into the second half, both teams would have most probably sorted those issues out and are going to do something greatly significant to step their way, take another step closer to the, of course, playoffs.
Exactly, and there in our picture, Charles Kanye, expected to be an influential figure for Nondies during the first half. You just feel his concentration has lapped a bit. He hasn't really burst into life because him and this man in our picture here, Brian Beckham, known playmakers for Nondies, but you just feel maybe it's the occasion, but no, these are experienced players. They've been here before. It's just not their day thus far, but we will need to listen to what their coach, Kanye Gitonga, is going to tell them at halftime. Remember, rugby, like any other game, is a game of two halves. Could be totally different in the second half.
Absolutely. And there you have the breakdown situation where Nondies just managed to get away with that one. We also did have a situation when we saw, of course, the front row of Nondies managing to kick for touch. That was a very brave move. Of course, we can tell that they're not afraid to experiment. There was no one up in arms about it. None of his teammates complained. And of course, Kanyada definitely did have the idea of what to do, and he managed to execute it. So they are definitely free-spirited about this game. Here we have on the screen Kenya Harlequins just in their huddle, trying to sort out what's going on. Just walking off the screen there is Victor Sudi, former Kenya 7s, 15s, and still a Harlequin.
He started out his rugby career at Impala before making the move to Kenya Harlequin. And in the vest there in the group huddle is Patrice Agunda, Kenya 7s international. He played last week at the Dubai Sevens but had to return back to Nairobi, personal commitments. Anyway, both teams just having their group talk, probably discussing tactics, just having the little niggles being looked at by the physio, and probably just also psyching up each other ahead of the second half.
You don't realize, again, the guys were human, nothing good for this game.
And remember, both sides level on points. Nondies just shading it from Quins in terms of difference. There's a lot of mathematics there. And Nondies currently lying 7th, Quins are in 8th. But a win today for Quins will see them go to 14.
The second half. 11 points is nothing. Yeah, 2 penalties are try already. Even.
Absolutely. Now we're hoping to see a difference from both sides as they come out for the second half. We know that the tempo is going to be stepped up. Nothing is going to necessarily stay the same. We can see the determination in their faces right now.
Catch us by surprise is if we start complaining to Goody and we forget to. Yeah, so 3 men in front of the ball, everybody else. Yeah, I don't want the back row in front, I want the back row on the outside.
I'm not gonna call everything.
So if they try and go wide, we're able to sort them out. If they try and go close, we have the big bodies to turn over that ball. Boys, this is about our
Receiving end of a 15-5 scoreline against Western Bulls in Kakamega, a result that saw them plunge from 4th to 8th on the table. And of course, they need to stay in touch. Remember, there's no return leg in the Kenya Cup. You finish in the top 4 at the end of the league phase, you're through to the playoffs. And from there, it's anyone's title.
Taking back to the pitch for the second half of the game, Kenya Harlequins, Total Nondies, have not yet stepped out of their huddle for the second half of this game. Let's just hope that whatever they're discussing is going to completely fine-tune their second half to get them on the scoreboard and possibly win them in this Ngongoro Derby. Will they be able to disappoint Kenya Harlequins, or are Kenya Harlequins going to manage to redeem themselves and get themselves a higher slot on match day 5 in the standings of the Kenya Cup?
Excitement up on you.
1-1.
Nondies fielding themselves, spreading themselves across the pitch to field the ball. As
White, are we ready?
Lined up, ready for the kickoff. Once again, your center referee is Godwin Karuga. Possibly one of the best referees I have ever been under. I've had the privilege of being ref by. Still at the top of this game, and here we go. Kenya Harlequins kick it off. Current scores at halftime: Kenya Harlequins 11, nondescripts, total nondescripts 0.
Guard, bodyguard! Guard, bodyguard!
We have Nondies taking it in rather hard. Their forwards are working overtime.
Get on side.
Kenya Harlequins being pushed back.
That's fine.
Breakdowns are being contested at all angles. At all costs, rather.
Jamal, please.
Kenya Harlequins. There we have Laila Siligwa in jersey number 9. Kenya Simba 15s.
No, well, it's not there.
He's a Kenya Simba 15s international. Very good look for him right now, playing at the top of his game for Kenya Harlequins in this season.
Step back, please. There's a mark, gents.
We've also seen a very excellent display of urgency and reaction from Brian Okomi, former Strathmore. And here we have it, Brian Okomi going up in the line out. Not the tallest of men, not the men with the most hair.
Use it now.
But definitely a hard worker on the pitch, a definite asset for Kenya Harlequins. As they take it to the other side, a big tackle coming in.
Number three.
Stay on side.
Number three.
Laila Siligwa taking absolutely no nonsense from his forwards, marshalling them into the exact position that they are supposed to be in. Trying to cause as little confusion as possible. There we have again Okomi with the ball, taking it in hard, just beating the gain line. And Kenya Harlequins are just driving over this gain line time and time again. It seems like the ball has been stolen, but it was not the situation. The ball goes back to Harlequins. The ruck was formed. There were hands in the ruck. Once the contesting player is made contact with by an arriving player, that constitutes as a ruck, and therefore your hands are not allowed in the ruck, in the breakdown area. Kenya Harlequins managing to just get over the line time and time again, over the gain line that is. Will they be able to get over the try line? Working very hard, their forwards have. Now they take themselves. And just as they get over the try line, excellent effort from Kenya Harlequins. And there we have it, limping back from scoring his try, William Mawira for Kenya Harlequins, taking their scores to 16, total Nondies 0. Kenya Harlequins working very well there in their forwards, looking very efficient. No disorganization whatsoever. Laila Siligwa, of course, the asset there, the major asset there, marshalling his troops in the exact manner that they should be in order to create the space for the backs to come in. And then William Marira, there we had him just go over the line just in time. Now, interesting enough, for total Nondies, it's good to see another old face back playing rugby. Of course, I played with him for a little bit, and he disappeared. Of course, we do know that he is a doctor. Ken Nyagetuba in jersey number 4 for Total Nondies.
Indeed, of course, age has slowed him down, but Ken Nyagetuba was a very dangerous back row in his day. Former Kenya international, also had a stint at Mean Machine and at Impala RFC. It's good to see these old hands here, the like of John Mahenda still in the game as Lyle Asilugwa slots it home at 18-0. The conversion is good.
So it's good for Kenya Harlequins. They managed to slot home those extra points, taking theirs to 18 right now, which is a good look for them. Total Nondies still chasing. Here we are, 45 minutes into the game. They're still chasing. Will they be able to catch up? 18-0. Now both teams here coming in for the scrummage, they are both very forward oriented. We have known Nondies to have one of the strongest, one of the heaviest packs in Kenya rugby. Kenya Harlequin also have a very big pack, very massive, very big guys in the front. We have, of course, players like Frank Kawale, John Kilu, Stefan Otu, whose brother is Ernest Ngong.
Play on, the advantage is over.
They've managed to find their way to Nondies and stick there.
Advantage is over.
Ball going out wide. Let's see if they get it to the wing for the speed. They have speed on the outside. Can he make it? There we have it. Almost just caught before he went over the line. The ball knocked forward. But here we have the replay.
Is knocked on here?
Knocked forward.
No. 5 meters. It was fine. No. The ball was so fine.
Godwin Karuga calls it knocked forward. Very fortunate for Kenya Harlequin, for Total Nondies rather.
They were fine. No, they were fine. They were fine.
What I'm saying is,
Just play on. Yes, I will watch.
after the drive,
Yes, I will watch.
they pulled away.
Let's just play on.
Let's just play. It's okay.
They were fine. Let's all go in straight. Put in straight and in the middle. Coach!
Really fancy their chances. Remember, you need to pack up as many points as possible to be in the top 4 at the close of the season, but that's a story for another day. That's a beautiful 8th man pick from Ben Nyambu. But Godwin Karuga spotting
Nyambu,
something else.
Former Kenya Sevens international, was any rugby player's complete nightmare at the breakdown. I think that some of the ELVs, some of the laws that have changed over time have made it a little difficult for him to do what he did so naturally. But of course, he's still got a lot of kick in him, still looking very fit. Excellent play from him there. That 8th man pick, I do agree with you, Mike, was something to marvel at. Of course, the pick and the takeoff is something to deeply consider when you speak of an 8th man pick.
So we still have 32 minutes to play in the second half. Kenya Harlequin leading Total Nondies by 18 points to 0. Quins have scored 2 penalties from Lyle Asiligwa, 2 tries from Brian Minor and William Mawira. Lyle Asiligwa has added a conversion, and the scores are 18-0. The earlier fixture played at 2 p.m. this afternoon saw KCB go top, albeit for 24 hours, with a 22-3 win over Resolution in Saracens.
Big tackle coming in there from Johnston Mungao. Very big tackle coming in from Johnston Mungao in jersey number 12 for Kenya Harlequins.
And Johnston Mungao, just for the record, Johnston Mungao is the younger brother of Kenya Sevens international Dennis Mohanji.
And if you look closely, you can see the resemblance.
Waiting for the ball. All right, play on.
Jersey
Men,
number
please.
7 buckling down with the
Coach.
head there for Kenya Harlequins.
Bind. Set.
Petro Misango. Very good in the open play if you watch carefully.
Stay. That's fine.
Kenya Harlequins blitzing down the wing. Again, a little bit of a big hit.
Just get away. Come here. No. Get away. Just get away. Just get away, please. Get away. Just get away.
A little bit of a scuffle.
Get away.
Here we have
Just get away. Just get away.
the Kanyede brothers, of course, as confrontational as ever.
Just get away.
Always
Get away.
defending each other. I am my brother's keeper. And despite them being former Harlequins players, they feel absolutely nothing.
No. We don't encourage that kind of talk in the game. I'm sorry. Okay. I'm sorry. You got to control yourself. Okay. We will not entertain that kind of. That's an injured player down there. You can't have that kind of talk. It's going to be a penalty here against you guys for bad talk. Once he's up.
Well, we've just had Godwin Karuga read the Riot Act, telling people that he's the boss and not them. And if matters need to be dealt with, he is the authority, not them. Their work is to play and chase for points.
Ben Nyambu taking his time to tie up his boot and get up. Not looking too happy about what just happened. We can be definitely sure to see him step up his game just to take out revenge in the right way, channel his energy towards the game.
Here's the mark. Stay 10.
Well, tempers have cooled down. Rugby is now being played again. And it is a line-out throw for Nondies. Joseph Mutisia with the throw.
Joseph Kanyede just losing that ball. Excellent ball to Salano, but he managed to lose that one in contact.
Mawira also losing the ball on contact. That's a blistering run from Arthur Luvanda on debut today for Kenya Harlequin, slotting in at fullback.
Kenya Getuba just getting a hold of his man despite the step.
Go forward. Here's the mark.
Of course, as we do know, Kevin Keegan does have some of the fastest feet in Kenyan rugby. He will leave you standing if you are caught sleeping. I say this from experience, and as Mike Kwambo nods in agreement.
Coach! Bind!
So I think we do owe Kenya Getuba some credit as to getting his man on that one.
Lots of credit. I remember my colleague Hilary Itala once saying Kevin Keegan can, in another life, relocate to Spain and work as a matador because his steps usually get him out of danger.
He could even step up bull. So here we go, Nondies on the onslaught once again.
Get onside.
Well, Nondies a bit slow in reaching the rack.
Kenya Getuba running the ball strong, trying to find his way over the gain line again. Lots of pressure there, but an excellent cross kick from Kanyi.
Well, that's the
just
creativity.
fails to consolidate it.
It's a double
And that's
knock
the
on.
creativity we've been longing to see from Kanye all afternoon. It's taken a while to get out of his shell.
I think that he works best under pressure. Once he has the right amount of pressure, he is forced to think creatively, get out of the situation. It's expected of players of such caliber. When everything is too relaxed, they tend to get bored and complacent.
His mark.
The minute there's a bit of pressure on them, they begin to think like the champions that they are. That is
Just wait, guys.
the thinking under pressure is what made him who he is.
True
And
indeed.
coming off the pitch for Kenya Harlequins, Stephen Kilu, his place taken by Ernest Ngong, of course, brothers with Stefan Otto. So we've got brothers there in the front row, both at loose and tight head.
So 53 minutes of this match played. We still have all of 27 minutes to play. Kenya Harlequin leading total Nondies by 18 points to 0. Remember, this is a match day 5 fixture coming to you live on Zuku Sports from the RFUEA Grounds on Gong Road in Nairobi. And maybe at this point in time, being the typical social person that I am, I just want to wish all our viewers watching a happy Jamhuri Day. And for all of you who don't know what Jamhuri is, well, this is Independence Day in Kenya. So happy Independence Day to everyone in Kenya.
Put in, let's have it again. Where's the mark?
Of course, I'm sure that you can tell for everybody here on Jamhuri Day. I don't think for a rugby fan there's a better place to spend Jamhuri Day other than at the rugby pitch, watching some good rugby, especially a game like this, second leg of the Ngong Road Derby, match day 5 of Kenya Cup. There we have Brian Okwomi, excellent pick, massive takeoff, very good carrying from, of course, Brian Ondera, former Daystar. There we have Ernest Ngong with his first touch on the ball, going in hard for the hit. Very big man, has played in Malaysia for a while. Both him and his brother, they have both played in South Africa as well, and have taken up residence here in Kenya for the time being.
Get back, please.
Eric Nyakundi on the ground, not looking good for him. Seems to be, he's definitely injured there.
And in our picture, not in our picture, but we can see just coming onto the pitch there in shirt number 10, but he is a lock. Let's make that clear. He is a lock, shirt number 10. Kevin Gasheru coming on. He's probably going to replace Eric Nyakundi because I haven't seen anyone else leave the pitch. Kevin Gasheru, for your information, former Mean Machine lock, former Nairobi school player, former Kenya under-19 international, played at the 2009 Junior World Rugby Trophy in Nairobi.
Man is already
There he is.
Just
coming
wait,
on
yeah,
for
just wait.
Nondies.
Just wait. Gotta wait. Get off. He's gonna get off.
Johnny Kwako.
Let's play on. Play on, please.
9-0-46. 9-0-46.
It's fine.
The ball popped out of the maul, not channeled very well, but good recovery there. Yes, Teddy Salano, very strong run. It looks like he's going to cross the line. Will he make it? And he does. Excellent run from Teddy Salano. Very good pickup, of course, from that one. Getting them on the scoreboard. Just what they need. You can tell.
Yeah, make the sub, make the sub.
Even despite tripping himself up, he still has the power to drive himself to where he needs to get. Excellent run from Teddy Salano. Nothing short of absolutely extraordinary.
And kudos to Teddy Salano for the determination, for the awareness. It was an awkward run, but he knew exactly where to head to. And that try, if you ask me, puts Nondies back in the game. Remember, 18 points to 5, 18 points to 7. That is a very narrow margin in the game of rugby.
Absolutely, and that pickup from Charles Kanye, that perfect pop pass, who could ask for more? After such a pass, all you have to do is just keep running. Doesn't matter how many times you trip up, you just keep going. So here we are with
Leave
the
the
conversion.
pass.
Charles Kanye ready to take it. Let's see if they can consolidate, convert these points into something a little more. And he manages to get it. There we have it. Kenya Harlequins 18. Total Nondies now on the scoreboard with 7 points. 58 minutes into the game. Let's see how much more can be achieved by Total Nondies in the second half. Of course, we do know rugby is a game of 2 halves. This half could belong to Total Nondies. And if they do play it right, they could even surpass the scores that Kenya Harlequins have at the moment.
Just play on. Just play on.
Lala Seligwa with the kickoff, sending it deep. Ball to Kevin Gasheru, very strong runner right now. Ran into nothing but space, but found his man, managed to get over the gain line. Total Nondies, that one try seeming to have put them on the right track. Stephen Otto behaving like a back row despite being a front row. Ball out to Kanye, quick chip, but he's taken down. Bana Nyambok wouldn't let that one go just like that.
Get up, yeah? He's gonna play on.
Right now, the Nondies really need Charles Kanye in this game to keep them in the game. His composure, his skill level, his creativity, his calm head, his cool under pressure. Good thing to see him get back up on his feet. Ball sent flying out. Down by the 10.
No, that wasn't nothing. Yeah.
And if you look at this, the body language speaks volumes right now. Total Nondies walking it to the lineouts. Kenya Harlequins were there waiting long before.
Just step back. Step back.
Different levels
Just
of
step back.
fitness and conditioning beginning
Just
to
play
show.
on.
Remember,
I will call if I need to.
60-minute mark where the body is probably at its optimum, where most coaches at this point of a game prefer to throw on fresh legs for the last 20 minutes.
We can see there for Kenya Harlequins in
Offside.
the headgear, in the blue headgear, jersey number 22. We have Dennis Omusala, former Mean Machine.
All offside.
Kenya said, come round. You're chasing. You know me, I was coming for the down.
Charles Kanye going for points as Kevin Gasheru signals for the chase lines and then makes way to field just in case things take a turn of events. Now I think just a notable point of information here. Alan Luvanda has been handed his maiden Kenya Cup appearance. Of course, way was made for him by Eric Shikuku. So that's a good look.
Just get behind. Get back.
Nondies not
Don't
looking
cross
as
the
strong
line.
as they did over
Get
the
back.
Homeboys when they beat them 30-8, which was completely unexpected. Straight into the hands of Kenya Getuba, who fights his way through.
Stay.
Classic weaving run that he has.
Stay outside.
Taking the ball in there. Bernard Nyambok, die hard on the tackle. A bit of a hospital pass. He's lucky that one didn't get his man
Offside.
unaware. Excellent.
That went forward.
What looked like an excellent flat pass from Joseph Kanyethe is actually not a flat pass. Actually, no, the infringement has been called against Kenya Harlequin.
Here's a mark. Just back. Get back. Just get back.
Well, the last few minutes have witnessed a good passage of play for Nondies. You feel they have finally managed to find their stride, managing to string together a few more passes, get together a few more phases of play together.
In the line out. Scrum. It's knocked on in the line out.
This game, I feel that Oscar Dennis has been deprived of the ball, being as that we know what kind of player he is. Still very young, but very tenacious, not afraid to take contact, and also very creative at the same
Here's a
time.
mark, gentlemen.
So there in jersey number 13, actually on the wing, we're hoping to see Oscar Dennis actually display some of what we know he's capable of.
Bind. Set.
Total Nondies completely destroying Kenya Harlequin scrum.
I don't know. Here's a mark. Forward again. Step back, please. Step back. I'm sorry. It's okay.
Of course, this is an advantage.
Here's a mark.
Puts all the Total Nondies players in a better position to attack.
Time to go.
As you can see, Oscar Dennis
Coach.
finding a better position for himself, slightly deeper. Ready for the ball to come blind, just in case it does. Here we have it, the put in by Nondies. Good pick by by Ben Nyambo, actually. Taken very well. A bit of illegal tipping there. That was actually offside. You're not allowed to tip the man over. Very good reaction from Nondies. Very good reaction from Nondies.
They're just keeping the composure, ensuring that the ball is secure. And this is
Here we have Joseph Kanyethe
Playing advantage.
Kenya 15's international. Will Nondies be able to make something out of this? 65 minutes into this game. Not too much time left. Kevin Gasheru picking and going. Excellent take again by
Playing
Kanyethe.
advantage.
Picked it up just before it fell. He seems to have the hands of a back, although the body of a front row.
True indeed. And you just have to...
On your knees, on your knees! On your knees!
Behind your line.
For their discipline. They are patient, they know what they want, and they just work
Behind your line.
slowly, not hurried. And that's a big defense coming in from
Quins.
Bernard Larry Nyambok just taking off
Fast
with the ball
offense.
there. Unfortunate
Yep.
for him.
No.
It's been called.
Yeah, fast offense.
Excellent defense there by Kenya Harlequin.
It's fast offense.
Great
Bring
amount
it
of
down.
patience shown by both teams.
Yes.
But I do tend to feel that maybe Nondies rushed it
Just
just a
wait.
bit at the last second.
Just hold on. Okumu, coming. You had a flag.
Here we have the
Stop
replay
time.
of what happened.
Yeah.
And yes,
I had
some
4
of the Kenya
offenses
Harlequin's
of
players
coming
were
from the
offside.
side. Anyone in particular? That was the one I saw, so that's a look at. But it's all 4 of them.
Stefan
Anything else?
Otu
Okay.
is dispatched to the sin bin for 10 minutes for an infringement. That means he'll probably see out the rest of the game.
Repeated offense,
probably
players always
that
offside and slowing
swings
down
to
to no
Nondies
warning.
at this
Any
point
other
in time.
player is a yellow card. Talk to your
Quins
players.
will need to keep their discipline. And Nondies will need to stay composed.
Yeah, just talk to them. Stop
I
time.
get the feeling that this is where Kenya Harlequins
Stop
are
time.
going to suffer the most, losing a front row is one of the most dismal things that can happen to a team. Total Nondies are not going to take this for
11,
granted. They're going
11
to
to go.
exploit it every chance they get within these last 13 minutes of the game.
Time back on. Scrum.
And
you wanna start?
as sure as the word
Okay.
is, they've
Who are you
begun.
taking off? Where are you taking off? Who are you taking off? Who's going off? Who's going off? Yeah, subbing, front row. Front row sub. 6 off. That was a front row. Stopping time. No, I've stopped time. It's okay. Could you please have my side? No. It's okay. Just play on. Please watch it. One. Just get off.
Kenya Harlequin sacrificing
Just get off the pitch.
a back row to bring in the front row.
Time back on.
Big
Coach.
Best time
Bye. Set.
they could have made.
Stay.
Nondies looking to shove over on this one.
Stay.
There they go, patience. Disciplined. Gasheru looks like he could go over for his try, coming up off the bench to score for Nondies, taking their scores to 12. Kenya Harlequins 18, total Nondies 12. The youngster coming onto the pitch and not disappointing.
And Kevin Gasheru, we've seen him do that time and time again for Mean Machine.
Here's the line.
He loves scoring off the base, off the maul. And he was there to just ensure that Nondies stay in touch in this match. The scores are 18-12 with the conversion to come. And we're setting ourselves up for a dramatic finale.
Ben Nyambu looked absolutely ecstatic about that one. That unmistakable missing tooth and that huge smile. Definitely happy about that.
10 to go actually.
Here we have Charles Kanye setting it up, lining himself up for the conversion. With 11 minutes to go in this game, Total Nondies could still be in it to win it.
The conversion is good, and this is a 4-pointer now. Quins' lead has been cut down to 4 points. Kenya Harlequin 18, Total Nondies 14. We have about 10 minutes to play. It should be an exciting 10 minutes.
Let's see how much Kenya Harlequins can put into this to stay on top, and just how much Total Nondies will put in to surpass what they need to surpass the Kenya Harlequins at this moment. 10 minutes to go in this game, match day 5, last game of the day. Excellent chase coming in from Kenya Harlequins. Total Nondies take it very calmly. Looking like a Kenya Getubi just losing his footing.
But making sure the ball is secure. And in our picture there, Evans Chalo just playing it to Joseph Washira, who just takes it into contact. This is Charles Kanye. He has Brian Beckham out wide. Beckham
and opening up the defense, taking them apart. Unfortunately for him, losing the ball in contact. Not acceptable, especially now.
What position? Okay. Stop time. To front row. Come in. Subbing front row. Anything you've seen? Yeah. No, not even that. I mean, if it's the front row, that's fine. Oh. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah? Okay. I know. Give me water, please. I've had a bad flu. Thanks.
Okay.
So play is about to resume after that stoppage of play. We have about 9 minutes to play.
Sort him out.
I've used the word play so many times, Dan.
The redundancy of a word in a statement. This is going to be a very interesting scrum. I like to see the Kanyatha brothers scrummage together. They seem to have that twin telepathy going on. And sometimes, a lot of the time, I can testify, they do not need to speak to communicate.
8 minutes. 8.
And right now, Nondies scrum is looking very strong. Unfortunately for Kenya Harlequins, their brothers, their set of brothers, also twins. One is off. I don't see him being able to finish that game, this game in particular. But actually, the coincidence there is very uncanny. Both teams, 2 sets of twins in the front row. And there we have it. Kenya Harlequins completely destroyed by the total Nondies scrum. The forward pack there is. Here we have Joseph Kanyatha. Charles Kanye popping it to Teddy Salano.
This is Ian Were.
Getting away. Ian Were getting away from 2. That's a high tackle. That's a high tackle. Kevin Gasheru taking it in strong. Nondies looking unfazed, not even looking at the referee for the call. And a cross kick. Let's see how quickly they can get to this one. Unfortunately for them, they didn't get it.
Give me a number, give me a number. Number. Yeah. Jose, do you know the player? Okay.
Actually, very interesting to see.
Captain. He's the captain.
Very interesting to see Joseph Mutisia, who was chasing that one on the wing.
Listen, it's towards the end of the game. Okay. It is very dangerous tackle. We're going to keep it. For now, I don't have a number, but it's possibly going to be cited for a penalty. Okay. Now, it's just a penalty. We're just going to play it on here. Okay. Get back 10.
Temperatures have begun to drop here at the RFUEA Grounds. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is Jamhuri Day, and this is match day 5 of the Kenya Cup. We are hoping that both teams continue this pace for the next 7 minutes, just to give us one of the most exciting games of the day, possibly of the weekend. But we have tomorrow. Unfortunately for Mutisia, that was not a straight line out. Kenya Harlequins.
You call the scrum.
Looking to feed off that one in the scrum.
First call.
Very shocking that they would want to go for a scrummage again, being as that for most of the match, their scrum has completely been destroyed by the Nondies. Nondies are actually not really phased about it.
Okay.
Of course, with a front row such as that, perfect body position, shoulders in front of hips.
Set.
Perfect position to scrummage. Started shoving early. That's going to be a penalty against Kanyatha.
Just get up there. Tap it again. Here's the mark.
Let's go.
Actually, a warning to James Kanyatha in the headgear. James and Joseph Kanyatha. He's a bit exuberant, a bit overzealous on that one.
Set.
Take it again. Excellent form once again on the scrummage. And now they go. Brian Okomi, outstanding. Absolutely outstanding, Brian Okomi. Here we have Kenya Harlequins on the onslaught. They just managed to gain an immense amount of ground.
And also in gaining that immense amount of ground, they have relieved the pressure off themselves because they were on the course. Nondies were looking dangerous and advantage and possession swinging back to Nondies. So it's not over yet.
It's not over. This is definitely one of the most exciting games. Going to be one of the most exciting games of this long weekend.
3 minutes. Here's the mark.
Being a forward myself, I could say that I could watch these two teams go at the scrummage all day.
Straight arm. Straight arm bind. Straight arm bind, yeah. Caleb, is the time back on?
Just look at James Kanyethe's form on the scrum.
Just send him in.
This is how he beats
Send
his
him in,
man
send him
every
in.
single time. Stephen Oto comes back onto the pitch.
The sub. Yeah, this is fine. Let's play on.
Actually, not
Let's
Stephen
play on.
Oto.
Let's
Sorry,
play on.
Brian Wandera. So Brian Wandera comes back onto the pitch, relieving Stephen Oto, allowing him to rest.
Set. Play on.
Excellent take from the back row there on defensive. Ben Nyambo and Kenya Harlequins absolutely butcher themselves and shoot themselves in the foot by giving away such a penalty.
Exactly, but also just looking at Ben Nyambu using all of his experience, he didn't even go into contact at pace, just going in, having observed the referee, and just throwing away possession, knowing that the penalty advantage was with Nondies.
Let's go, boys!
Nondies still strolling on the pitch
the
with
mark.
so little time to go. They could win this one if they're a little more urgent. 4 minutes to go. 3 minutes to go actually in this game.
Let's play on. Still tied. Still tied. Fast up. No. Get on side. That's fine. Get on side. Release. Get outside. Back foot. Back foot.
Noel Nondies on the attack.
Just stay on side.
Quins on the back foot. Remember, Quins are back to
No,
the
it's
full
come through.
complement
That's
of
fine.
15 players.
Release. Went back. No, went back.
It's Joseph Kanyave just securing the rock
Stay.
for Nondies. We have about 3 minutes to play. It's a 4-pointer.
Completely
advantage.
unnecessary.
Come here.
But of course, referee Godwin Karuga
it's
is
a
about to
yellow
dish out a card to Brian Okomi. He saw his hand in that ruck to disrupt.
It's
Very
professional foul.
unfortunate for him, but it was a bit too obvious for him to stretch out his hand.
1
like
minute.
that.
Yeah. It's a professional foul.
This is the second time that
Professional foul. It's a penalty, guys.
this offense. And now he has been penalized for it and sent off the pitch.
1 minute. 1 minute. Step back. Play on.
Kenya Harlequin suffering another yellow card at the complete end of this game. Losing Brian Okomi, sending this ball to the 6. Unfortunately, it is not straight. Very frustrating with only 1 more minute to go. Will Total Nondies be able to sort this one out? Will they be able to come out on top on this time?
Let's play. Last play. Last play.
Here we have it, ladies and gentlemen. The dying minutes of this game. Not minute. 1 minute to go. Nondies looking very strong right here in the forwards. All they need is some patience and composure.
Back foot.
Kenya Harlequins ever so vigilant.
It's fine.
Will Nondies be able to do this? Unfortunate, such an unfortunate situation.
No.
This could be the last play of the game. Nondies losing it just at the try line. That was
This
their
your mark.
chance.
Step back, please.
That
This is
was
your
their
mark. Holding
absolute
onto the ball.
chance to come out on top of this one. But now all that seems to
It's a
have gone.
penalty. Just get back.
Kenya Harlequins 18, Total Nondies 14, and there we have it. Kenya Harlequins with a win over Total Nondies, ladies and gentlemen.
No, it's fine.
Definitely trying their best and giving their all.
Well done, guys. Well done, guys. Take a clap.
Final scores, ladies and gentlemen, of that game: Kenya Harlequins 18, Total Nondies 14.